असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय.
Hello students, now we are in 13th session, that is National Liberation Movements in the colonies. In the previous session till we have done that CCP party was founded by Mao Zedong. I repeat, CCP party was founded by Mao Zedong. Let us see again. Yeah, CCP party was founded in 1921 by Mao Zedong. Very important. Mao Zedong. CCP party was founded by Mao Zedong on the based on the communist government ideas. He was inspired from the Russian Revolution. When he was inspired from the Russian Revolution, he was founded this Communist Party of China or CCP, Chinese Communist Party. He was launched different programs. His approach was different. Different programs he organized. What are the different programs he organized? This kind of, it may also ask in examinations. They may ask also examinations, give certain programs of Mao Zedong. He organized a program in a different way. He organized the peasants to fight against landlords. He organized that, I repeat, he organized that the peasants to fight against landlords. Organized the peasants to fight against landlords. Means he is inspiring the people. Let us fight against the landlords. Landlords are having so many lakhs of the acres. Let us go and let us occupy the lands. Okay. Then whenever he says lakhs of landless were joined in the CCP. Lakhs of landless joined in CCP. Lakhs of landless were joined in the CCP. Next, he also formed Rural Women Association. Rural Women Association. Rural Women Association. One of the association was formed. It was consist by only the rural women. It was called as Rural Women Association. It was became very strong. Next, a strong Soviet Council. This is confined by only the rural women association. And this one, a strong Soviet Council along with the workers and all other category people were joined in it. And he was stressed for what he was stressed. He was stressed for independent army. Stressed for independent government. And army. You know that time there was no independent government. That time there was no any independent government. So that he was focusing that independent army, and he also focusing on land redistribution. He is completely focusing on land redistribution. He was aware of the women problems. He also aware of the women problem. We thought that before that there were so many women's problems were there. So that he also focused on the women's problem. Most probably women's problems were marriages. He was promoted a new marriage laws. Before that, marriages were like contract. Before marriages were contract, but whenever he came, he was organizing. He was promoted a new marriage law, and he was forbade arranged marriages. No arranged marriages. That means not all love marriages. Forbade arranged marriages means forcible arranged marriages were cancelled. No more. There was no arranged marriages. Forcible arranged marriages were. He was forbade, and he also stopped purchase or sale of marriage contract. purchase or sale of marriage contracts. Marriage contract. Before that, in China, marriages were like contract marriages were there, and there was lot of damages were, lot of problematic things were there, and there was no divorce system was there. Divorce system is there, but it was very difficult to get the divorce system. And he also simplified the divorce. Simplified the divorce system he was did. So these are the different programs he was organized under the CCP party. That we know that organized the fissions to fight against landlords. Lakhs of landlords were joined. Farmer Rural Women's Association, a strong Soviet council was formed. All the people were joined. Trusted for the independent government and army. He was focusing on land redistribution. Those who are landlords were there. He wanted to give the land, and he promoted a new marriage laws. New marriage laws he was promoted. Forbade the arranged marriages. He was cancelled the arranged marriages, forcible arranged marriages. Next, purchase or sale of marriage contract. Marriage contract was there. You can sell. That is, you can buy the contract, marriage contract. Next, simplified the divorce system. So these are the resources. These are the resources were done by CCP party. Then in very soon he became a popular leader in China, and many people were believed in Mao Zedong. Next, Mao Zedong also focusing on that, especially end the landlordism and also imperialism. We know that he also says that end warlords, because still warlords are influencing, and imperialism. Imperialism means other European countries were forcing them. Other European countries were completely threatening them. Other European countries were destroying the China. How Britishers took our resources, how Britishers were dominated. So that also comes under imperialism. So that he always stressing on end of warlords and also imperialism. Yeah, whenever he became popular, there was an attacks between the KMT and CCP. There was an attack. KMT party people are attacking on CCP party members. So there was a complete disturbances among these two people. We can see he frequently changes. His base. We can see once upon a time CCP party base. CCP party was their all members party was. It was there in Jiangxi. One CCP party wanted to hide themselves from the attacks of the KMT party. Then sometimes they stayed at Jiangxi, and we can see he was held one long march. In 1934 and 1935. Long march. So what is long march? To change his base again. He was 6,000 miles, very difficult road, very difficult distance. It was 6,000 miles. 6,000 miles. They all members were by barefoot, on foot only. They were marched. It is known as long march. To escape from the attacks of the KMT, this long march was done. Okay, this mile was completely reached to Shanxi. They completely successfully changed their base. Their base to Shanxi. Right? Next, they have certain agendas, but most probably the main agenda, the twin agenda of Mao Zedong. Twin agenda. What was the twin agenda? Twin means two. The dual agenda or twin agenda of Mao Zedong was, first one is land redistribution. He wanted to distribute the land to the landless people. He wanted to distribute. Second one, nationalism. The meaning of the nationalism means to drive out the foreigners from China. So that is the main agenda of Mao Zedong, CCP party leader. Okay. Yeah. Do they achieve it or not? Let us see once. Do they achieve it or not? Let us see. Yeah. Again, we discussed that Japan. They started to attack on China from 1937. during 1937 and 1945. This period, 1935 to 1945, in this period, China was occupied Japan occupied some parts of China. It is also called as Manchuria. Manchuria means not eatable. Manchuria is a place. The far east place of China came under the control of Japan. So Japan was, they wanted to impose very cruel colonial power. They imposed a cruel colonial power in the Manchuria. I repeat, Japan was imposed very harsh conditions they created in Japan, that is in Manchuria. Hence, KLP party. Hence, KLP plus CCP. KLP, CCP, both parties they united, they fought for their country. KLP and CCP both were fought for their country. As we know that 1945, USA dropped bombs. USA dropped bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, on Japan. Then Japan was surrendered. Then finally Japan was surrendered. After the Second World War, CCP became a major party. CCP ruled China. CCP ruled China means China administration came under the control of CCP party. And KMT party, it was confined to a Taiwan. It also near China. So KMT they ruled China. KMT they ruled Taiwan. CCP they ruled China. So this is how they are completely came into power. Let us see how is it their twin policy. Do they successfully achieved their destination? Let us see once. Yeah, just now we discussed that CCP party became a main party in China's mainland, and KMT party they successfully established their authority in Taiwan, we said. Yeah, in 1949, the People Republic of China, the People Republic of China was adopted. Yeah, China became the People Republic of China on the based on new democracy principle. So the new democracy was set up. New democracy was set up in 1949. I repeat, new democracy was set up in 1949. Okay. So whenever this new democracy was set up in 1949, this CCP party, Mao Zedong became a leader. Mao Zedong administrating China, and they are implementing certain plans. Especially these plans were completely benefit for the landless people. Okay, economy was completely under the control of government. What they did? Economy was under the control of government. Economy was under the control of government, and peasant association was set up. All the peasants, those who are peasants are there for their purpose. They have set up one peasant association was set up. So for that, why they set up? Because of land reforms. Yeah. So land reforms organized in 1950 and 51. Very, very important. When China government, that Russia also gave lands to the landless people, and China also inspired from the Russia. Then they also wanted to give lands to the landless people. Yeah, let us see what they have to do. What they did. First one is identification. Identification of peasants, because for all they will not give. No, for example, those during Corona time, government is giving to all 1500 rupees. Not those who are poor, for them only they are giving. So identification of peasants. I repeat, identification of peasants. Next up, peasant council or peasant associations. So peasant associations or Peasant councils were set up. Peasant council were set up that those who are having lands, those who do not have a land. So they are writing their names. They are identifying. They are going village level. Every countryside, every village, certain committees are going. They are identifying that how many farmers are there in the village, how many members are landless, and how many members landlords are there. Immediately they are giving their documents to them. Landlords documents took, and the landlords documents were hand over to the peasants immediately. And again there were work teams also there. Work teams. Sir, what are work teams? Work teams also roam entire China. Work teams also roam entire countryside of China, and they are encouraging people to join in the CCP. They are encouraging people to join into the CCP. Peasant association councils were there, association or councils were there. They are identifying the peasants, those who are having the land or those who do not having the land, those who are the landlords. All the landlords' lands were took. Those who are having many lands, many acres of the land, those lands were took. Those who did not give lands, they were executed, they were killed. Okay, they were hanged. So land redistribution. Let us see the land redistribution. See, landlords' lands. Landlords' lands confiscated. Confiscated means occupied. Came under the control of government. Government was took under the control. So this is called confiscated. Landlords' lands were confiscated and redistributed to the landless people. So what happened actually? 43% of land, 43% of China's land was distributed to 60% of peasants. So majority, 60% of peasants. That means majority of the poor people they got land. And those who are ignorant to give lands, 10 to 20 lakhs. 10 to 20 lakhs people were executed. They were executed. They were killed. They were hanged. Especially landlords. So what happened? For example, this person was rich. He is here. Yeah, these people were here. These are poor. Yeah, these are poor. And this is rich. Also called as elites. So what happened? His land was took and his land was distributed to all. So whenever distributed to all members they have equal share of land. All members are having equal share of land, and slowly whenever they got the land, the economy was developed, and these all people they became middle class people. So middle class people were benefited. Due to these land reforms. Those who are elites also became rich people also became middle class. Poor people also became middle class. So all are equal. And moreover, there was a very less education was there. So China, they wanted to build a solid China. So how they have to build a solid China, developed China, modern China. So what they have done, adult to peasant schools. Adult to peasant schools schools were set up. In these schools, political education also they taught. They also taught political education. They also taught pheasants and extra information, and political educations also they provided. And primary education also provided. Primary education was provided. So due to this, within a decade, in early stage, China became very strong. China's education became very, very strong. Then solid China was built by the Mao Zedong. Now the father of China was Mao Zedong. Because He was the god of the poor people because he distributed the land to the all. Nowadays, all middle class people became a member of China. All middle class people, they became members of China. Nowadays, no other political parties came into power except the chairman of CCP party. Chairman of CCC party, only he will become president of China because there was a huge majority was there. No other political parties are allowed in China, except CCP and CCP allies. CCP party also having certain allocation or friendship. So that parties and along with the CCP and those parties are able to win into the elections. Because of the land reforms, China became the top country and this communist country, and finally Mao Zedong became father of China. Founder of modern China was Sun Yat-sen. So this is about China. Let us see now another country, Vietnam. Finally, many countries, Germany, Italy, Austria, Hungary, France, US, Japan. These all countries came out from China. So China established a new democracy in 1949 by the Mao Zedong. Yeah, let us see Vietnam. Vietnam also called as Indochina. I repeat, Vietnam also called as Indochina. So where is this Vietnam? Vietnam will be from this part. So whenever in this part here. So this part after Burma, Myanmar after. So this part, this is India. In this location, Vietnam is there. Vietnam capital city is Hanoi. Let us see what is the condition of Vietnam. So Vietnam was ruled by French. Same, just like India. India was under the control of British. Here, Vietnam under the control of French. Why French were occupied Vietnam? What is the reason? Because they want raw materials, they want products, they want to get the resources from the Vietnam. Hence, they have developed their markets and they made Vietnam as a colony. Yeah, first point in the Vietnam. Important thing is that Vietnam, they wanted to change Vietnam as a major rice and rubber production country. So rice and rubber was very good. Vietnam was good in rice and rubber production. So that they wanted to produce rice and rubber and they wanted to sell in the markets. They wanted to sell these products into the market. So for that purpose, Vietnam was colonized by French, like India and Britain. Let us see how this rice and rubber was made. Rice and rubber markets were made. So to earn income or to make raw materials or to get income from Vietnam, irrigation facilities were provided. Good irrigation facilities were provided. First, irrigation facilities were provided. Yeah, irrigation facilities were provided because rice needed water, irrigation, so that irrigation facilities were provided. So they implemented three plans, threefold strategy. First one is irrigation facilities they want to provide. Second one is encouraging landlords. You might have known that when Britishers are ruling India, some of the elites means rich people, some of the landlords also supported the British. Here also encouraging the landlords. They are closely moving towards the landlords. Landlords also supporting French, and the French is also making very friendly relationship with their local landlords. Third one, encouraging for the markets or develop markets for rice and rubber. So these threefold strategy. threefold strategy introduced by Vietnam. Irrigation facilities they wanted to provide, encouraging the landlords. They wanted to develop the markets for the rice and rubber products. They did the same? How it was successfully they planned? Let us see. First one is one Mekong River is there. Mekong River. One of the longest river in Asia. Second longest river in Asia is Mekong River. So they constructed dams. They constructed dams to provide irrigation facilities. They constructed dams to provide irrigation facilities to the rice fields. Okay, they constructed Mekong Delta. So across the Mekong Delta, it was they provided due to this Mekong River, these dams, lot of irrigation facilities were increased, so that you know that by 1931, huge land came under the cultivation of rice cultivation. Huge land came under the cultivation of rice, or else we can say that paddy. By 1931, Vietnam became third largest exporter of rice. Third largest exporter of rice. Two of third of the rice was imported. It was grown mostly in Vietnam. So that much they wanted to develop. And to work in the paddy field, to work into the rubber fields, they want labor. That labor is that was fulfilled with the bonded labor system. Same, Britishers are forced us to work. Do they give salaries to us? No, they did not give any salaries to us. Okay, bonded labor. Poor people, they don't have any lands. So bonded labor system is there. With the help of bonded labor system, dams were constructed with the bonded labor. Agriculture activity was done by the bonded labor system. And the rail, Indo-China rail connectivity between the South Vietnam and North Vietnam. Roadway facility also provided. Roadway facilities also provided by the French government, not sake of the people, because of the shifting of the raw material as early as possible. Next, this bonded labor system we see once. Landless people. What is the condition of the landless people now? What is the condition of the landless people? Yeah, landless people condition was, first, they have to pay share in agriculture. Yeah. To whom they have to pay share in agriculture? To the landlords. Example, you are a landlord, I am a worker. I took land from you. So what I have to give? I have to give share in agriculture. First one, share in agriculture. Second one is rent for land. I took rent of land, so that I have to pay rent also. Okay. Third one, work freely in landlord's farm and house. Yeah. If I take loans or if I take land from you, I have to work in your land and I have to work in your house. Then I have to work in my house. Okay. So this is the bonded level. And moreover, there are taxes. Other taxes also we have to give. Remaining different kinds of taxes we have to give to the landlords. So these everything was done because there was a puppet ruler. Puppet ruler means he is a toy. He doesn't have any power. So French people, they established their authority. They are doing these kind of the unnecessary things with the help of a puppet ruler. The Vietnam ruler was very weak. Vietnam ruler was very bad and very weak, so that the people conditions were very bad. Okay, and people are paying different taxes. People are working in their field. People have to work in their houses. People have to pay more of the money, and people have to suffer a lot many of the things. And even French also forcing them to work into their agricultural farms or rice field. Soon after, it was very big lands, many huge lands were came under the control of French. French were occupied many of the land. Many huge acres of the land came under the control of the landlords, under the control of French. Example, in 1938, one city is there. That city name is Annam. In Annam region, 53% members were landless. In Annam, 53% of the families were, these people are landless people. Next, we can take, that is in Tonkin. One more is there, Tonkin. One more area, Tonkin. 58% people were, they did not have any land in the Tonkin region. Tonkin. Same as is one more they given that Cochinchina. Cochinchina, 79% of the people. 79% of the people were completely landless. 79% of the people were landless. That means we can say that complete Annam, entire Vietnam majority people were landless laborers. They are suffering from puppet ruler. They are suffering from landlords. They are suffering from Vietnam. Even they are suffering from their own sake of problems. So these all the problems they are facing. And French government, French, they took one name, that is Civilization Mission. They say that Vietnam, you people are not civilized. You people are not developed. You people are not modern. So we are there to develop you. We came here to develop you. So they saying that this name, civilizing. So we came to you to civilize you. You people, you don't know. We are Western. We are whites. You don't know. So that we came to you develop the Vietnam. So to develop the Vietnam, they wanted to introduce education. But whenever they wanted to introduce education, they are afraid that if we introduce education, the Vietnamese will receive the education. After that, they may reverse on us. Okay, they may question us. So that they are threatening that. They are afraid that if we introduce education, it may be threat to us. Okay, and most of the textbooks were glorified about the French. They wrote the textbook about themselves only. French were very good person. They are very good. They came for this purpose, that purpose. Most of the textbooks were glorified. So during that time, colons means French people who are working in Vietnam. So these are called as colons. Colons are saying that colons are afraid because colons are the jobbers, those who are working in Vietnam. French people who are working in Vietnam, they are afraid that if education will be introduced in Vietnam, we may lose our jobs. They are the clerks, they are the officers, they are the tax collectors, they are the engineers. So they are afraid. They say that no, we should not introduce any education to that. So that they find a solution. Primary education was taught in Vietnam language. Primary education was taught in Vietnam language. Higher education was taught in French language. So that if you are learning French or any language from the childhood onwards, you can able to score good marks. But they are introduced primary education in Vietnamese language, higher education in French language, and moreover they are failing all of the members. Example, 5 lakhs members are attending to examination. After them, only 400 to 500 members only will pass. So wantedly they are failing. Why they are wantedly failing them? Because French want only the educated laborers. You understand? Yeah, they may ask why French introduced education, because they want educated laborers. They doesn't want more educated people. More educated people means they may have trouble. So that they want only educated laborers. Hence, they are introduced primary education in Vietnamese language, higher education in French language. Moreover, very few people were passed. To pass examination is very difficult. Only elite elite people in Vietnam. Elite people in Vietnam received education. Elite people means rich people. Landlords people, very rich people, those people were received little bit education in Vietnam. And you see, they introduced the French hairstyle. They introduced the French hairstyle. They introduced the French clothing style. French clothing style. Okay, and the students that did not believe in it. Students that did not blindly follow this. This many times they criticized that. Madam, you are saying this is here different and outside is going is different. Here French is good member is saying that and outside is going on different. So the student they did not follow blindly about the textbook. Whenever the teachers came, the Vietnamese teachers they came, those who educated, the systematic has been changed. They are completely fighting, they are resisting against of the French domination. Whenever they are receiving education, slowly they understood the concept of the civilizing mission. They understand about the policy of the French. Then they started resisting their ideas. They started resisting about on the French. So that slowly generation about the democratic ideas started among the people. They are thinking about the democracy. They are thinking about the people representation system. They are inspiring from the socialism. They wanted to set up like they are inspiring from Russia. They are also inspiring from China. So that Russia they deported king was fled away. China, many countries ruled China. They all are gone away. Then Vietnam is also inspired from the Russia and China's movement. So this is our session. They are inspiring from Russia, China. In the next session, we will see Vietnam conditions further.